Hello, dear listeners, and welcome back to Book Summary 5, the 5-Minute Summary channel. I'm Sammy, your host. Today, we're diving into The Four Tendencies by Gretchen Rubin, published in 2017. This insightful book explores a simple yet powerful framework for understanding how people respond to expectations, both internal and external. Rubin's framework, known as the Four Tendencies, can help us better understand ourselves and others, making it easier to achieve goals, build relationships, and communicate effectively. Let's explore the key ideas so you'll feel like you've read it cover to cover. The Four Tendencies begins with the idea that people differ in how they respond to expectations. Rubin defines two types of expectations: outer expectations, which come from others, and inner expectations, which come from within ourselves. According to Rubin, how we meet or resist these expectations places us into one of four distinct categories or tendencies: upholders, questioners, obligers, and rebels. The first tendency is the upholder. Upholders respond readily to both outer and inner expectations. They are the people who meet deadlines at work while also sticking to their personal goals, such as exercising regularly or following a diet. Upholders are often seen as reliable, disciplined, and self-motivated. They like to know what's expected of them and often feel uncomfortable when they don't have clear guidelines. However, their strong adherence to rules and expectations can sometimes make them inflexible or overly rigid. The second tendency is the questioner. Questioners meet inner expectations but resist outer ones unless they are convinced that the request makes sense. They need to understand the rationale behind a rule or request before they'll follow it. Questioners are driven by logic, reason, and the pursuit of information. They are often great researchers and problem solvers because they like to dig deep to get answers. However, their tendency to question everything can sometimes lead to analysis paralysis, where they overthink decisions and struggle to move forward. The third tendency is the obliger. Obligers readily meet outer expectations, but struggle to meet inner ones. They are the people who will bend over backward to meet a work deadline or fulfill a friend's request, but have difficulty sticking to their own personal goals, like exercising or pursuing hobbies. Obligers are often seen as dependable and supportive, and they thrive when they feel accountable to others. However, they can become frustrated or overwhelmed if they take on too much for others at the expense of their own needs. Obligers may need external accountability to achieve their personal goals, such as working out with a friend or hiring a coach. The fourth tendency is the rebel. Rebels resist both outer and inner expectations. They value freedom, choice, and self-expression, and they often dislike being told what to do. Rebels are motivated by a desire to do things their own way and on their own terms. They are often spontaneous, creative, and independent, but they can also struggle with following through on commitments, even ones they make to themselves. For rebels, motivation often comes from aligning tasks with their identity or values, or by framing them as acts of defiance or self-expression. Rubin explains that understanding which tendency we belong to can help us tailor strategies for meeting goals, improving relationships, and communicating more effectively with others. For example, if you're an obliger trying to stick to an exercise routine, you might benefit from finding a workout buddy who holds you accountable. If you're a questioner trying to stay motivated at work, you might need to ensure that the tasks you're working on make sense to you and align with your personal values or goals. The book also discusses how understanding the tendencies of others can improve communication and relationships. For instance, if you're working with a rebel, you might find that giving them freedom and choices, rather than strict rules, will be more effective in getting their cooperation. If you're leading a team of questioners, providing clear reasons and justifications for decisions can help them feel more engaged and willing to follow through. Rubin emphasizes that there is no best or worst tendency. Each has its strengths and challenges. The key is to understand your own tendency and the tendencies of those around you, so you can use that knowledge to your advantage. By leveraging your natural tendencies and adapting to others, you can achieve greater success in both your personal and professional life. In summary, The Four Tendencies by Gretchen Rubin offers a simple yet profound framework for understanding how people respond to expectations. By identifying whether you are an upholder, questioner, obliger, or rebel, you can tailor your strategies for meeting goals, communicating with others, and improving your relationships. Rubin's insights provide practical tools for anyone looking to better understand themselves and those around them, making it easier to navigate the complexities of human behavior and motivation. Thank you for tuning in to Book Summary 5, the 5-Minute Summary channel. If you enjoyed this summary, please subscribe, like, and share it with your friends. Until next time, happy reading.